Welcome to the EA Games Dome. We're here today for our third broadcast of the season. Both of these teams ready to add a victory to their record as the Bengals match up against the home team. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the game. I'm Al Michaels. With me, as always, is John Madden.
These guys are lucky to have a quarterback like this to lead their team. He can make the best defenses look like some Pop Warner practice squad when he's at the top of his game. That secondary will have a hard time stopping him and his receiving crew in this one.
The former second-round pick out of Washington will be his go-to guy once again, and for obvious reasons. He's one of the better route runners and always seems to make the catch in traffic. Stopping this combo hasn't been easy for many defenses, so we'll have to see what type of coverages they go with to prevent these two from doing a lot of damage.
This is a team that plays as one unit out there, and they're proving it right now. Look at them. They're all jumping up and down at the same time.
And let's go to the field for the coin toss. They're lined up. And we go back to the game. The kickoff team lines up.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 88, back deep to return.
And he got all of that one. A great kick. He takes a knee. No return on that kickoff, and they'll get ready to start the drive at the 20. It's 1st and 10. Dillon is the deep back.
At the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
They'll pass on 1st down. With the throw, this one falls incomplete. 2nd down upcoming after that incomplete pass.
On the play.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
On the 20-yard line.
Going to the right. He's taken down in the backfield. And that's a loss of 2.
3-yard loss on the play.
A lot of fans have looked forward to this game all week, John, with 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league.
I had a chance to talk to both of these guys before the game, and it's funny. They both use the word respect. They have a lot of respect for each other, and really they both said they enjoy the games more when you have to measure yourself against another great quarterback.
This pass is incomplete. Sparks got up and knocked that pass away.
He has to do a better job of looking off the coverage before he makes a throw like that.
What have you heard, Melissa?
I caught up with the head coach to get his pregame thoughts. He mentioned that he was going to open up the offense and hopefully expose some weaknesses they discovered in the film room earlier this week. We'll see if they get it going here in the first half. Al?
Thank you. That was Melissa Stark with the update from the sideline. Here's the punt. Fair catch called for. The offense just about ready to call their first play of the game. They'll go from the I formation. Closing in, throwing into the open. Beaver gunned the pass to his receiver.
This is an example of the quarterback trusting his arm. He just made a decision, and the ball was there in a blink of an eye.
Pressure, throws it, comes up with it. He was able to hit his target, picking up the first in the process.
That's a case of your receiver knowing where the marker is and the quarterback delivering the pass quickly.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Pass play here on 1st down. Under pressure with the throw. The defender was able to put the pressure on, forcing the incomplete pass.
This defense really likes to keep the pressure on the passer. They bull rush, they speed rush, they blitz from the outside, all in an attempt to create turnover opportunities in the secondary. The offensive line needs to do a better job of holding on their block, giving a little extra time in the pocket that the quarterback needs.
Ooh, nearly picked off. Didn't even see the defender, and it almost ended up as an interception.
Yeah, maybe he was expecting man-to-man, and they dropped into a zone. He threw off his reads and where he thought the defense was going to be.
A lot of speed on the field for the defense as they line up in the quarter. Pressure coming, throwing. Great play there by Thomas.
The thing is, he got some separation there, and he was able to get him a big chunk of yards.
Tosses it left. Duncan couldn't escape the pursuit and was cut down quickly.
These guys up front are very tough to block because they can use their size and strength to get excellent leverage on running plays. Sometimes they struggle a little with their consistency, but they always seem to be a big factor when the game's on the line.
So it's 2nd and goal. Ball on the 10-yard line. Going to the left. Whew, what a stiff one. Decent gain there, but he's going to head to the sideline for a blow.
Gain of 8 on the play. 3rd and goal. Ball on the 3-yard line.
Cook.
Now watch how this defense comes up with a big stop. They're backed up in their own end zone trying to keep those guys off the board, and they make a play like that. That's a heck of a defensive play.
Gibson will attempt to put up the first points of the day. And it's up, and that kick is right on target. Williams is back and ready to put this one in the air.
Number 88 back to return.
Should be a return here. From the 9. Their last drive ended with a 3-and-out as the offense comes out onto the field again.
On the return.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Using motion. Crosses it left. And that's a gain of about 8.
On the run. Gain of 8 on the play.
They'll go from the I formation.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Closing in, slings it to the outside. 3rd down, upcoming after the incomplete pass. It's 3rd down, 2 to go. Ball on their own 35. Palmer gets set. Number 89, the motion man. Hand off to the tailback. And that's a good gain up the middle for the 1st.
Yeah, it was all north-south running there. Not a lot of side to side. And that's exactly what you have to do to get the 1st.
Only one man back.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
The Bengals using motion.
2
He'll get it again. Gain of 2.
28, the ball carrier. Gain of 2 on the play.
Here come the heat. Let's go. Come on. Set.
Again with the run. Picks up a nice gain there, but he's cramping up, and looks like he's headed for the sideline.
Get in there.
Using motion. Going to the left. Free. That will keep the chains moving.
Yeah, and that makes 2 times in this drive they've given up the first down on 3rd down. As a defensive coordinator, giving up those types of yards will drive you absolutely nuts.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Dillon in the backfield. Man in motion.
On the 42-yard line.
Pressure, throwing short to the right side. 5-yard gain.
28 on the reception. 5-yard gain on the play.
The quarterback gets set with only 1 back behind him.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Palmer sets up. Throws again. The 30. Good-looking run there.
They caught the defense coming up the field in a blitz that time. And by the time they saw it was a run, the back was already in the secondary picking up a 1st down.
Number 26 is the deep back.
Ball on the 18-yard line.
They'll pass on 1st down. Under pressure, throwing. Almost picked off. He easily could have taken that one all the way back.
He's back in his zone. He's reading. He sees the quarterback the whole way, and then he gets a chance at an interception. He just didn't finish the play.
And this is the 10th play of this drive. Drops back. Pressure coming. Guns it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Big-time catch in the end zone, John. Boy, how did he break free?
I think they just lost track of him running around back there. I bet you they keep a better eye on him the next time they get down there near the goal line.
Rackers comes in for the extra point. The kick is up, and he kicks on the extra point. Great drive that culminates in a trip to the end zone and gives them the lead.
Now their defense is going to head onto the field. It's going to be up to them to protect this lead.
Here's the kickoff team.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 3.
Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return. From the 2. The home team will start the drive from 23-yard line. They'll go from the I formation. The home team using motion. Duncan couldn't find any room on that one.
They really hustle on the defensive side of the ball. They're very good at clogging up the line, limiting the number of holes and cutback lanes that the back has to choose from.
2nd and 10. Ball on their own 23. Using motion. They'll go with a run once again. And the halfback picks up about 3.
3-yard gain on the play.
The defense lines up in the nickel.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
Fire out. You got it. Set.
Drops back. Closing in. Slings it to the outside. Fourth down now after the incomplete pass.
The intended receiver on the play.
Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the kick. And he chooses not to return this one. They scored a touchdown on their last drive, utilizing the running game to move the ball against this defense. And we'll probably see the same kind of thing here as they take over again. Tosses it out to the left. Dillon couldn't even get out of the backfield.
This defense is extremely active and effective up front. They do a good job of getting upfield quickly, creating havoc in the backfield. Misdirection plays and draws can be a good way to use their speed and aggressiveness against them.
12. Ball on the 26-yard line.
Get in there. Set.
On the call. He'll bring him down at the 29-yard line. A yard, maybe two on the carry. Third down and long coming up here. Ball on their own 29. Out of the gun. Hump with a man in motion.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Dropping back. Throws it. Incomplete pass. A short pass off the mark, and it's now fourth down.
Intended receiver on the play.
So they'll line up to punt after going 3 and out. Here's the punt. From the 31-yard line. He had a good return.
Boy, the coverage team is going to need to do better because he could take the next one all the way.
The teams have switched sides, and we'll start the second quarter. Only one man back.
Come on, partner. Lose it. Set.
The home team using motion.
Give it all you got, Pete. Come on.
They'll pass on first down. Pressure, gets rid of it, and the catch is made. He zipped that one right in there.
That's just a great job by the receiver. Not only was he able to make the catch in the rocket, but he was able to pick up some nice yardage too.
So they have first and 10 here. Ball on the 44-yard line. Beaver sets up. Breaks free. The 30. Off and running. The 10. 5. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Take a look at this run. He gets to the open field, puts on a heck of a move, and it's off to the races. They didn't have an angle on him. He was gone.
Gibson comes in to attempt the point after. And it's up. And the extra point is good. Big time drive there with a touchdown to take the lead.
That's a big drive that they really needed. The score really swings momentum over to their side, giving them confidence that they can move the ball against this defense. Now it's up to their defense to keep the pressure on.
Williams in to kick this one off.
Number 88 back deep to return.
He got all of that one. He can't wrap him up. Runs through the tackle. The offense takes over after they were 3 and out on their last possession. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Dillon. The defender brings him down at the 19. Not much there, maybe a yard. Only one man in the backfield.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Dillon. Into the open field. Dillon covered some good ground there.
Hey, nice job up front, holding their blocks and allowing him to get a good run for a first down.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 29. Hump gets set. Under pressure, throws it. He hits his receiver. The rush was on, but it's a nice gain thanks to a nice throw.
He read the blitz and he got rid of the ball very quickly. This is the kind of guy you love to have behind center. The kind of guy that won't get rattled when he feels a big rush coming.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Dillon. They went through the middle and picked up a first down.
That's some good stuff right there. You give it to your back, have him ball straight ahead for good yardage, and you get a new set of downs to work with.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Hump sets up. He tucks it away. Pickup of about a yard in the run. So let's take a look at how this back compares to the opposition. Dropping back. Pressure coming. With the throw. From behind, but caught. It brought the heat, but it was a good throw.
They knew the defense was coming on a blitz, and when the pressure doesn't get to the quarterback quickly enough, somebody's going to be open downfield. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On the 47-yard line.
Going to the right. And he's brought down in the backfield. Loss of around 2.
3-yard loss on the play.
He's trying to pin them back as far as possible as he lines up for his 3rd punt. And he waves for the fair catch. Past the goal line, no return here. They were able to move the ball very effectively on that last drive, particularly on the ground, and came away with a touchdown. Let's see if they have similar success this time. It's 1st and 10. Beaver gets set. Didn't get any help from his offensive line.
It was just about impossible to run when you have guys in the backfield just as soon as you snap the ball.
The Bengals come out in a nickel package. Using motion. Duncan. Play action. Closing in. Great play in the backfield by number 96. Beaver couldn't escape the rush. The defense puts the pressure on.
I really like the way these guys get after the quarterback. They have a bunch of effort guys out there that have nonstop motors. They push to the inside, they rush to the outside, and they really do a good job applying pressure, forcing the quarterback to throw it before he wants to.
After the sack, they'll be looking at 3rd and long here. Cincinnati comes out with 7 in the secondary. Running. Perfect. Runs him over. Little catches a floater for the first down.
And it's a good thing he caught it. You don't want to drop those passes that are sure first down.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 35. Beaver sets up. They give it to the halfback. And the halfback picks up about 3. So after that run, we can see how the 2 main threats on the ground have fared so far. Only one man in the backfield. Cross play to the left. Loss of about 1.
On the play. Loss of 2 on the play.
They'll be faced with a long 3rd down play here. The quarterback lines up with 2 options behind him.
37-yard line.
Drops back. Pressure going long to the left. The catch. Sheds the tackle. The 20. The 10. Touchdown. Home team. He didn't let up on that throw.
I'll tell you, I bet that touchdown pass knocked the air right out of him.
Gibson comes in for the extra point. The kick is up. The point after is good. That's 14 unanswered points.
These guys are really starting to get the momentum going in their favor.
And so the offense is able to drive the majority of the field and finish with a touchdown.
And give some credit to that big offensive line. Those guys are working hard out there, and it's showing on drives like that.
And the kickoff team comes out onto the field.
Number 88 back to return.
Nice kick. Plenty of distance. From the 7. Following a punt on their last drive, the offense now makes its way back out onto the field. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
First and 10.
Man in motion. To the air on first down. Runs it home. Carries the ball for 3, maybe 4 yards.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Only one man back. Hands off to the tailback. He goes down at the 28-yard line. Gain of about 1. 3rd and 5. Ball on their own 28. Dillon, the lone setback. Under pressure. Gets rid of it. Interception. He moves at the 20. So the defense combines an excellent pass rush with good coverage, and it becomes a turnover.
And the key to the play was pressure. They force the quarterback to get rid of it before he's ready. And when he's rushing his throws out there, bad things are going to happen to this offense. Red zone opportunities are always a big factor, and they should get at least a field goal out of this drive, as long as they're careful with the football.
Duncan couldn't pick up any blocking on that play.
The defense is always very aggressive when defending the run. They're extremely disciplined. They get off their blocks very quickly. Makes it tough to find openings when you're running the ball.
So it's 2nd down now.
And here's a chance for the offense to make their move. The defense could be sending a blitz, so I'd go with something to my running back. A swing pass or maybe even a screen. If they execute, they could put this one in the end zone.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15-yard penalty on that first down.
Hey, even if the defense expects a run on first down, I'd still run it right at them. And if they don't get in, there's no need to rush things because there's plenty of time left.
Come on, partner. Here comes the heat. Set.
Beaver with a man in motion.
Sideline, D. Come on, D.
He was met right at the line, might have even lost a little.
That was a case of the defense getting under the pads of the offensive line. Usually the team that gets the best leverage is going to control the line of scrimmage. When you run it into the middle, you have to have some push or movement up front. If you can't get that movement, it makes things very difficult for your running back. Here's where the defense needs to make a big play. Maybe they bring some heat with a blitz or they change up the coverage. That way they can force the offense into making a mistake and keep them from getting any points before the half. Both teams are looking to make the play, and whoever does is going to have some big-time momentum going into halftime.
So now we have 3rd and goal. Ball a half-yard away. Cook. Touchdown, home team.
Now, this is exactly how to get the ball in the end zone. Just get in behind the center and guard and keep pushing and pushing until they're putting up 6 points on the board.
Gibson comes in to attempt the point after. And it's on its way. The extra point attempt is good. And the kickoff team comes out onto the field.
Number 83, back to return.
Decent kick. We should have a return. From the 7-yard line. The last drive ended with an interception. So let's see what happens as they take over again.
They'll probably be playing a soft zone coverage, so he should have options underneath if they go with the pass.
23-yard line. First and 10.
Pass play here on first down. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. Cincinnati calls a timeout. They have 2 remaining. He was there to make the catch for the first down.
He's glad he made that catch. I'm sure the quarterback will look his way again when he needs another first down.
Hit him low. Bust this grill, Keith. Set. You ain't got nothing.
And there's a flag on the play.
Offsides. On the defense.
So he's called for encroachment.
Yeah, he jumped early and touched an offensive player, and that forces the officials to blow the whistle.
Five yards to go. Ball on their own 41.
Fire up. Set. Target up. Ball.
Closing in with the pass. They can't complete that short pass, and it's second down. They'll have to move the ball downfield quickly through the air to try to score before the half. 2nd and 5. Ball on their own 41. Pressure with the throw, and it's caught. This offense having no trouble moving the ball on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is having a lot of trouble stopping it. They can't seem to key on what they're doing and put an end to this drive.
And now they have a fresh set of downs to work with as they try to get some points before the half.
First and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line.
Penalty marker down.
Dead ball. Let's start on the offense.
Number 58 moved a little early there.
Yeah, the rule for the offensive line is once you put your hand down, you can't move until the ball snapped.
So after the penalty, it's now 1st and 15.
You got it. Cowboy.
They line up in the I formation. To the air on first down. Throwing. On the run. The 50. They're going to keep it moving here. They're heading straight to the line.
7-yard gain on the play.
Let's go. Come on. Stay up.
Under pressure. Throws it. Won't have to break stride. They have the defense off balance. Another first down.
You know, this defense has tried everything. Man coverage, the blitz, the zones. They've really mixed up their defenses and their coverages. This offense has taken advantage of them all.
Goes over the middle. Gain of 5 on the play. And it looks like they're going to go no huddle.
5-yard gain on the play.
Dropping back. Pressure coming. Throwing. And this pass is completed. He was on the receiving end of that bullet.
Soft hands like that are hard to find. This guy looks like he's a keeper.
And so the kicker ready to come out onto the field and try to put one through the uprights before halftime. Rackers heads out to try this field goal. The kick is up. Through the uprights and good. The kickoff team lines up.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 13 back to return.
They'll return this one. From the 1. Stiff arm. So they have 1st and 10 here. Go down. Miles ahead. It's the end of the second quarter with the score. Baltimore 24. Cincinnati 10.
Cincinnati 10.
Welcome back as we get the second half underway. Here's the kickoff team.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 3.
Should be a return here. From the 1. Can't bring him down. What a collision. Baltimore already leading in this one. Sends their offensive unit back onto the field. Number 88 in motion. Going to the right. Now that's a stiff one. And he's tackled at the 20-yard line. Duncan wasn't able to get anything going on that play.
They got there and shut that play down very quickly. That's just a case of studying game film this week paying off. When you know what they like to run in certain situations, you can anticipate the play call and stop the play before it even gets started.
Closing in, throws it. Beaver, clearly regarded as one of the most accurate passers in the league, and with passes like that, you know what.
Yeah, you know what? When he lets it go, he's not trying to throw it in the direction of his receiver. He's trying to hit him right on the hand, put the ball right at their fingertips, and most of the time he does it.
On the carry. And he picks up just enough for the first. Should have been stopped short, and he was able to power his way for a first down.
Yeah, and you can put that one on the defense because they had a shot at him. They just couldn't bring him down.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 32. Cook lines up behind his fullback in the I.
On the 32-yard line.
Catch the ball, man. Ain't got nothing.
Dropping back. Goes over the middle. Incomplete. That incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Cincinnati comes out in their nickel package.
On the 32-yard line.
Come on,
And this is the 5th play of this drive. Cross play to the right. He's taken down in the backfield. Didn't have much to work with on that running play.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap count. With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance while trying to draw them off sides.
Beaver sets up. Throwing. And this pass is completed. That'll move the chains, John.
Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're going to get.
The backs are lined up in an I. Using motion.
Get in there, Lon. Get the ball.
Duncan.
You love a back who can contribute consistent positive yardage like this.
Second and 7. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Second and 7. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Drops back. Pressure with the throw. Nearly intercepted. I thought that was about to be picked off, John.
Yeah, he had an excellent opportunity to end the drive right there. He just couldn't bring it in.
They come out of the nickel.
Third and 7. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Under pressure. Gets rid of it. Incomplete pass.
Have a look at this big defensive lineman. He couldn't get to the quarterback, so he got his hands up and he knocked it down.
They're trying to make their offense start from inside their own 5. Here's the catch. He signals for a fair catch. And this will be a touchback. So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 20. Palmer sets up, using motion. Hand off to the tailback. Gain of 2.
28, a back carry. Gain of 2 on the play.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Number 89. In motion. Hand it off. What a collision. Carries the ball for 3, maybe 4 yards. Third and 5. Dillon, the lone back. Pressure coming with the pass. Trying to convert through the air, but the pass was off the mark.
On the cover.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. Here's the punt. He's waving for the fair catch.
That's a good job of getting downfield by the cover team to force the fair catch.
Drops back. Closing in. Gets rid of it. This pass is incomplete. There was just too much pressure on that play.
This defensive coordinator understands that pressure is the key to forcing the offense into making mistakes. If his players keep playing like this, he might be up for a head coaching job pretty soon.
Here come the heat. Set. Let's go. Come on.
Duncan. Off the run. Spins away from the tackle. Still running. And he steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Great run there. That'll be a first down.
Yeah, and when the back can get out there and run through defenders, it just makes this offense that much more difficult to slow down.
Beaver sets up. Nelson comes in motion. Smith makes the tackle at the 36. Duncan couldn't get out of the backfield.
That was just a defensive line getting lower than the offensive line. When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage, it makes it very difficult to move the ball on offense.
Beaver sets up. Hooks it away. And a fumble. The Bengals roll on it. Great play by the defense to create and then recover the fumble.
In today's game, the defenders are almost always going to try for the strip like that.
So it's 1st and 10 following the fumble. So what we're looking for here is whether one of his knees hit the ground before the ball came out.
And sometimes it's hard for the official because there can be a whole bunch of bodies around the ball carrier, and he can't get a good enough view to overturn it.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Baltimore will be charged a timeout.
So the challenge goes for North.
Hey, he thought they'd missed the call, so he used his challenge to give him another chance to look at it. As it turns out, he was the guy that missed the call.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 34. Hump gets set. Passing on 1st down. Give it to the halfback. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
1-yard gain on the play.
Only one man in the backfield.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Give it all you got. Set.
Man in motion.
That's you. That's you.
He hands it off. And the halfback picks up about 3. It's 3rd down and 6 to go. The Bengals using motion with the throw, almost intercepted. He couldn't come up with the interception.
I bet you as soon as he let that go, he was wishing that he could have it back, because that could easily have been an interception.
So 3 and out, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the kick. And he signals for the fair catch.
That was a smart thing to do with the coverage team closing in for a big hit.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
Set. Lose it. Lose it. Bulldog under.
Dropping back to pass on 1st down. Pressure. Great play in the backfield by Harrison. No chance to get it off as they closed on him very quickly.
The defensive coordinator teaches his guys to be very aggressive out there on defense. He has a lot of confidence in his cornerback, and he's willing to leave them out there in single coverage on an island. So they'll blitz on just about any down, looking for a big play.
Only one man back. Rose. The defender's got it. The defender was all over that one.
He just stepped in front of that one. He saw his opportunity, and boom, he took it.
So following the interception, they'll set up shop with excellent field position.
Hit the ball. Set.
Man in motion.
Yeah. Hut. Ain't no.
Dillon was dragged down before he could get to the line of scrimmage.
They have great size and quickness up front. That allows them to hold up against the run while also giving them the speed to rush the passer when they drop back to pass.
They're inside the 15.
Let's go. Come on. Set. Hut.
Gain of about 5. using motion. Under pressure, the pass, a jarring blow on that one.
Yeah, jarred that ball right out of there.
Rackers comes into the game to try the field goal. And it's on its way. The kick is good. It's good again for the second time today. The Bengals still have a lot of work to do.
You never know with this team. They have the ability to put up points fast.
The kickoff team lines up.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 3
Sends it sailing. From the 8. Defense forced the interception the last time this offense had the ball, and they'll be looking to do the same thing here. 1st and 10. Breaking free. Stiff arm there. A 5-yard pickup on that run by the tailback.
5-yard gain on the play.
They line up in the I formation.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Drops back. Pressure coming. Throwing. He hits his receiver. He showed great concentration on that reception.
The receiver has that ability to make even the toughest receptions look simple.
Beaver sets up. Man in motion. We'll get the call again. Good gain there and a first down.
If the defense keeps giving up runs like that for first downs, they'll have to make some adjustments to slow this guy down.
They give it to the halfback. So he picks up a couple of yards, but he's exhausted and headed for the sideline. So we've reached the end of the third quarter with the home team ahead of the Bengals 24-13. And we'll start the fourth quarter. About 8 yards. Ball on their own 38.
They got nothing. Either way.
Split backs this time. The home team using motion. Cross play to the left. 1 yard gain by the running back.
The ball carrier. 1 yard gain on the play.
As they get ready for this third down play, we'll take a look at how they've done today.
Third down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
Penalty marker down on the field.
Dead ball. Let's start on the offense.
They have to repeat third down.
That's what you call an uphill battle for the first down.
And they'll be looking at a 3rd and long now after the penalty backs them up. Duncan, the lone back. Hand off to the tailback.
When you have a guy who can carry the ball for over 100 yards a game, you have half of what you need on offense to get to the Super Bowl.
Williams lines up in the backfield for the punt. Here's the punt. The officials are trying to determine where it went out of bounds.
First and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Pass play here on first down. Closing in. Throws it. And the catch is made. Johnson is doing a good job finding the open area in the coverage, and that's his third catch. They need 5. With a deep throw to the right side. This pass is incomplete. Black was in perfect position and knocked that pass away.
He has a great feel for defending the pass, and he always seems to be in great position to make a play in the ball.
Out of the gun.
3rd and 5. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Dropping back with the throw. Thrown behind. Caught. Can't bring him down. Big time play by Johnson.
You talk about making it look easy out there. He caught that, and he made it look very easy.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Palmer gets set. Pressure. Throwing. Incomplete. That incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
The intended receiver on the play.
The backs are lined up in an I.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Under pressure. Throws it on the run. The defense, I think, gave him too big of a cushion on that play.
If you're going to sit back there in the zone, there are bound to be some holes in the pass coverage. Good quarterbacks will take advantage of that, using short passes underneath to move the ball.
They'll go for the shotgun. With the pass, this one falls incomplete. The quarterback thought he had that one.
You got to deliver the ball out there quickly, but it has to be catchable. You got to use some touch.
They'll line up for the kick, and it should be about a 43-yard attempt. The kick is up. The try is good. He's really clicking out there. 3 field goals for him. Well, John, these teams are very evenly matched.
This makes for a better game, I think. The strategy of the game comes into play here more.
Rackers is just about ready to kick this one away.
Number 13 back to return.
Not a real deep kick. Should be returned. From the 11-yard line. Baltimore takes over on offense, looking to extend the lead. Going to the air on first down. Gets the pass off. This pass is incomplete. Normally, he's very sure-handed, but he couldn't find a way to bring that pass in for the completion.
He can catch just about anything that the quarterback throws in his direction. He couldn't find a way to quiet that one down and bring it in for a catch.
Pressure coming with the throw. Incomplete pass. This defense, John, knows how to create a lot of pressure.
He hung in there. He didn't really have the time that he needed to make the play. The quarterback has to know who his outlet guy is and get the ball to him when he feels that pressure coming.
31-yard line.
On the ground, breaking free.
He's over 100 yards in the 4th quarter. You can't ask for much more than that from your back.
Moss into return. Here's the punt. Fair catch called for.
Hey, no reason to take a chance and risk a fumble. Smart move there by the returner.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 19.
Come on, D up. Sideline, D.
Palmer sets up. Dillon. Running back picks up about 7 yards.
7-yard gain on the play.
Only one man in the backfield.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
Hit the ball.
Palmer gets set. Again with a carry. And now our viewers can see how successful each team's main running threat has been today. First and 10. Ball on their own 33. Throwing on first down. Closing in. Throwing. He's on the run. And he's ridden out at the 41-yard line. That pass was right on the mark.
Yep, he just looked up and whack, the pass was right there. Those are the kind of passes your receivers love.
The backs are lined up in an I.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Catch the ball, man. Bring the pain.
Dillon. A very well drawn up play.
And it was well executed. They hit their blocks and the back found the right hole to get down the field and pick up a first down.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 49.
Now you forward. Come on, partner.
They line up in the I formation. Pressure slings it to the outside. He did a nice job to bring that one in.
When you make tough grabs like that, the other team really has to dig in there and play some tight coverage.
2nd and 11. Ball on the 48-yard line.
Cowboy.
Hand off to the tailback. What a stiff one. Pickup of about a yard in the run. Ball at about midfield. The Bengals line up in the shotgun. Throws it. Almost got it. John, it looked like that was going to be a turnover.
I'll tell you, he did almost everything right on that one. He was able to read the quarterback's eyes. He got himself in good position to make the interception. And when it got to him, just bounced off his hand.
He is back to receive this kick. Here's the kick. This one goes out of bounds. They'll go from the I formation. The home team using motion. Hand it off to the fullback. Break the tackle. Can't bring him down. Rumbles ahead for a yard, maybe 2. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Pickup of about 6 yards.
Number 23, the ball carrier. Gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 3. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Nice job so far on 3rd down for the offense, and we'll see if that continues here.
We got nothing.
2 minutes left. It's 3rd down with 3 to go. Ball on their own 36. Duncan is the deep back. He gets the carry. Duncan couldn't find an opening and was brought down very quickly.
Yeah, he was. This line has to do a better job of holding up at the point of attack. He has a fast first step. He can explode through the hole. But he needs a line to create that little crease or cutback lane to break free.
Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the punt. He signals for a fair catch.
There was no need to try and return that one. He made the right decision there. What they need here is some yards on first and second down so they don't set themselves up with third or possibly fourth and long. The whole field is open to him because there's a decent amount of time left.
Dropping back to pass on first down. Gets rid of it on the run. About 4 to go. Ball on their own 35.
6 on the play.
Under pressure, it's batted away. The incomplete pass brings up third down.
Now they don't have to get too much for the first. So that makes things a little easier. If I'm a coach, I'd tell my guys to get as much as they can here. Just don't lose yards on the play.
Pressure coming, gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. You can't draw it up any better than that. Textbook first down.
Here's a no huddle. It's a good way to keep the defense off balance.
Dropping back, closing in. Incomplete. Good pass rush, forcing the incompletion.
Line has to do a better job of protection or they're going to get their quarterback killed.
On second down, they figure to go to the air as they try to get closer to the end zone.
44-yard line.
Get set. Johnson, the motion man. With the throw. Thrown behind, but caught. Nice call going to the air, and that'll move the chain. So they have first and 10 here. Ball on the 45-yard line. Sixth play of this drive. Gets the pass off. They're lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Yeah, the defender was in a perfect position to come up with a big play. He just left his hands over on the sideline.
A little over a minute left. Pressure, throws it, drops the interception. John, I don't know how they didn't pick that one off.
Yeah, he started thinking about how he was going to take it back the other way and make a big play for the defense. He just forgot to bring the ball with him. They need to get a big chunk of yardage here. An incomplete would make things real tough when they need to keep this drive alive.
Dropping back, under pressure, with the throw. No gain. They'll call this play at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
And this is the ninth play of this drive. Throwing. And he's forced out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Now watch how they get out of a jam. They're looking at a fourth and long situation here. And they call the perfect play at the perfect time. He makes one heck of a throw, and he gets it past the marker to keep him going. Everything had to work on that one, and everything did.
The quarterback trying to get his team closer here on first down.
And it's every quarterback's dream to drive his team down and throw the touchdown that brings him back. I'll tell you, he wants nothing more than to do that right here.
Cincinnati calls a timeout. They have one left. Second down now. They have to get closer to the end zone. Under a yard to go. Ball on the 21-yard line. Dillon, the lone setback. Drops back. Pressure coming. Good play in the backfield by Rice. They're in field goal range.
Huge loss on the play.
The offense has had trouble moving the sticks on third down so far.
This guy always gives maximum effort on every play. It doesn't matter if you're asking him to run between the tackles or outside. He just takes the ball and refuses to be brought down by the tacklers.
Do it now, baby.
13th play of this drive. Flings it to the outside. Right to him. Dillon is doing a good job this afternoon, contributing his 4th catch of the game. Second down, goal to go. And this is the 14th play of this drive. Closing in, incomplete pass. The defender was able to get in there to disrupt the pass.
Yeah, he had to get rid of the ball in a hurry.
The home team come out in a nickel package. Pressure, slings this one. Very lucky that wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, I think everyone else was thinking the same thing. You don't get a better chance at an interception than he had right there.
The defense lines up in the nickel. Under pressure, he goes to the left side. Touchdown, Bengals! And he's able to get open in the end zone. Great play.
The defense just seemed to lose track of him down there. They have to do a better job keeping the play in front of him so that that kind of thing doesn't happen.
So the defense will have to come up with a big-time stop in order to keep their lead. The Bengals can regain the lead with a field goal. Tied up on a perfect play to get him in for 2. Rackers comes in to kick off.
Lined up for the kickoff. Number 3.
Short kickoff. From the 11. The 40. Across midfield. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown. Home team. They'll get set for the extra point. And it's on its way, and he picks on the extra point. That'll wrap this one up, and the final score is Baltimore 31, Cincinnati 24. This concludes another EA Sports presentation. For John Madden and Melissa Stark, this is Al Michaels saying so long.
it.